next faction we're going to talk about is the GCPS, the Galactic Co-Prosperity Sphere.
I thought it stood for guacamole, cornflakes.
Where are you going with this?
Philadelphia spreadable.
Maybe. So the GCPS. So these are your stock humans. They're a they control the whole universe really, interact with lots of races, control lots of races, but their military is human.
It's basically like the corporations now rule.
Yeah.
So they're sort of mercenary, but they're not. They're actually planetary forces because corporations rule planets now.
Yeah, so I think that's one of the nice things about the Warpath universe fluff, is that it's not all dark and terrifying. It's actually, it's all actually, basically it's almost realistic in that, businesses are controlling stuff, humans are migrating into other planetary spheres, and people are out there trying to make money, and they're trying to make money in the way that everyone always tries to make money, by exploiting people.
Killing.
Unfortunately. And that causes a lot of trouble, and we'll talk a bit more about that when we get onto the Rebs. But the GCPS is basically the overarching name for all of these different factions, and you might say that one corporation might have a slightly different theme or a different colour, but it allows you a big wide range of how you want to paint your models and how you want to run them. But they are generic humans really, so they're not the strongest, they're all pretty much
average.
Yeah, they're pretty much the average man, aren't they, throughout most of the list. There's a few slight differences, but nothing too much.
The baseline that you compare to all of their troops.
Yeah, and because of that, they might not be that exciting at first glance, but I would say you need to play with them because they're really, really good. What they lack in range of models, they make up with in range of weapons. So what sort of guns can they take? What sort of interesting guns anyway?
They have weapons that come with hollow sights as standard.
Hollow sight stuck on. So a hollow sight, if those of you don't know, gives you an extra dice. And Deadzone's all about rolling as many dice as possible. So you're basically free, gaining one extra, that is already immense. And normally that costs you a lot of points, and you can only take a limited number of them in your faction. But
usually 2 at most.
Yeah, usually 2 at most in your strike team, I should say. But you could take, in theory, a bunch of guys with these guns. And whilst their shooting's not the best, it's all about rolling more dice. Because you roll more dice,
it's a 5+.
It's still a 50-50 chance.
Yeah.
And obviously a 1 in 8 chance is that it'll get another chance to roll again because of the exploding 8 rule. So it's a great little thing, and you've got some very cheap character models as well, which allows you to then spend money on these better ones as well.
You have access to a weight of fire as a standard trooper.
Yeah, so that's the veteran. So the veteran was my go-to actually, at 11 points. He is a bargain. With weight of fire 1, he can
mow down.
Weight of fire 1 or 2. He can do a lot of damage, and then you've got some really cheap options as well. Another really cool model I have is the Ranger. So the Ranger is quite interesting because he gets a unique ability. What can he do?
Aerial deployment. Yeah. He does a halo insertion.
And
he can have a flamethrower.
Yeah.
So in turn 1 you can land on someone and flamethrow him from above.
Yep, so a bit like the Hammerfist Drop Trooper, he can come down on the board, but in a very different way. So he doesn't come down in that sort of Iron Man way of sort of smashing the
superhero
people
landing
around. Yeah, superhero landing. But he comes down at the beginning of the game after deployment. So you can see where your enemy is deployed and then bring him down. And that allows you to gain height, which is another way of gaining that extra dice.
And they can be armed with a wide variety of weapons, not just flamethrower.
And obviously some of those objectives sometimes as well are right up high as well, so it might take you 2 turns to get to there with a guy on the floor, whereas this guy can literally jump right next to him.
Or say you win the recon roll and you know there's some intel up there.
Ah, well that'd be another great one, because you can literally land on top of it, boom, scored already. Fantastic. And so they get, I usually run 1 or 2 of them in pretty much every list I run actually with the Rangers. They're very, very good indeed.
They also had the first ever weapons team.
Ah, yes. So, yes, the weapons team. So, the weapons team is a new rule that came in a recent fax and with the GCPS list when they were released in leaflet form. And that is now stock for not only GCPS, but also for the Plague and for the Rebs, for their heavy weapons. Things like mortars and so on. But the GCPS gets the widest range because they've actually got 4 different choices. They can use things that are anti-tank, they can use things that are anti-infantry, like missile launchers or mortars, and they can use things that are
anti-armour.
Anti-armour, yeah.
Not antibiotic though.
No, not antibiotic.
Not unless you give them.
They're not about healing the world, are they? They're not about healing the world.
Make it a better place.
For who?
For me and for you and the entire GCPS.
Right. They can obviously take the Strider as well, and then, like I say, I mean, if you've looked at these before and said, "Oh, they're a bit boring," I genuinely advise you to give them a try because the Everyman actually has a real place in Deadzone. He can do an awful lot, and the weapon options and the number of models you can take is really, really
You can
powerful.
proper swarm with them, and they're still decent.
Yeah. And so yeah, they're a really good faction. And the other really good thing is that Mantic has done a fantastic job with these models.
Oh, they are beautiful.
GCPS models are really, really good.
They are nicer than their equivalent by another big company. Wayne's Gertsop, I think they're called.
I was drinking tea at that point, so I didn't smoke. Right. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. That's a quick run through of the GCPS, and we'll move on to another faction.